Hey everybody, it's Rob Halford, the metal god from Judas Priest, and you are watching Life Minute TV. Oh yeah. We're blasting around the planet once again, promoting this beautiful new heavy metal masterpiece from Judas Priest, Invincible Shield, seeing all of our glorious heavy metal maniacs. We've already taken care of our Brits. We did a great British tour. We just went through a quick first leg of Europe, and now we're here in the beautiful USA, tearing the road up.
It sure is beautiful. The album is excellent.
Thank you. Who knew? 50
Yeah.
years later. Yeah, I'm using a reference. Judas Priest, we made our first ever record in 1974. There we were, a bunch of young guys starting this great life. No clue we would be here in 2024 with Invincible Shield, but that's the joy and the blessings of music, you know? It can take you to some extraordinary places and give you extraordinary lives, and that's what Judas Priest is living to the max right now.
And your first album in 6 years. What took so
Yes.
long?
Yeah, we get the COVIDs. Then I had the book, Confess. Then I had my little cancer battle. And then we were able to get into making this wonderful record. So if you take all those bits out, it was about 3 years actually from record to record, which isn't too bad considering how many albums we've made. This is our 19th studio album. Here we are in just a glorious moment, a great renaissance for Judas Priest, and is somewhat of a renaissance for heavy metal. For Ian and myself, the founding members in our septuagenarian years, it's just glorious. We're so happy, and we're so content, and we're so blessed.
Yeah, it is so good. It is really heavy. It's fantastic. The first song reminded me a little bit of Rush.
Hey, that's so cool that you picked up on that. You know, when Richie sent me some of the files, I thought of two things. I thought of the Turbo album because it has a little bit of a synthesizer reference,
Yes.
guitar synth
Yeah.
reference to the Turbo album. And I also thought of Tom Sawyer, and I thought, can we do this? You know, can we do this? Hey, we're all massive Rush fans. We love that band. So if there's a little bit of an homage and a bit of a tinge of a reference, hey, that's good. You do whatever you need to do to get the best moments out of a song.
Very cool. Do they know about it?
I don't know. We've known Geddy and the guys for as long as we've all been around together. I would like to feel that they would put a smile on Geddy's face because we're all musicians. We all live the same life. We've all been on the same journey. There are so many similarities, regardless of the music that you play and you enjoy and you perform. We live the same life. So yeah, it would be cool to maybe find out someday if they gave it a thumbs up. Before we launched the Invincible Shield tour, we had the 50th anniversary tour for Judas Priest, which was, again, quite remarkable. We celebrated, we went completely across the references of most of our albums that we've made. So it was just a little bit of a, hey, let's look at what we've done, you know, from that very first album to where we were to the last record, Firepower. Let's just take a jump into the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Let's see how the music that we've made has kind of made some changes and embraced the way the world has moved. We bring all of this into the way that we present our metal. So we've got all that in this particular Invincible Shield tour, the worldwide tour. We're going around the planet again because we have our beautiful metal maniacs that want to see this band over and over. Whether they're in Japan, Indonesia, South America, we get to your shores eventually. It's a case of, hey, everybody listen to this band. Listen to what we're able to do all these decades later with the same kind of love and dedication and motivation and freshness. And here's some new songs, and here's a new album, and here's a new tour. So let's get back together and enjoy it one more time.
And tell us about your cancer scare. How are you doing now?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm in remission. I always take an opportunity to thank the Lord for me being here still, but also my great medical team. And guys, be proactive. Make sure you get your blood work done, your PSA checked. I couldn't believe how efficient and the love and the care and the attention that health workers give to each and every one of us. I had my prostate removed, had some meds and follow-up treatment, found a little bit more stuff. So we had to go in for 2 months of radiation treatment. You do what you've got to do. The important thing is to stay optimistic, stay positive. By love, by family, by healthcare people that want the best for you. So you can push through it. So anybody that's struggling with that right now, keep that heavy metal faith with all the due care and diligence and attention. You'll survive.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. You get better looking every time I see you. How do you do it with everything?
It's lighting. It's the lighting.
Yeah.
I will say this. Look at Mick Jagger. I was looking at footage of Mick yesterday on YouTube. What an inspiration. What an inspiration, Mick and Keith and Ronnie. I love looking at that because it motivates me even more. I never knew I was going to be doing this at 73. And I'm so blessed that I am able to do this. And music is so beautiful, isn't it? It's such an important part of who we are as people. In life, we need music. Doesn't matter what kind of music. Firstly, music makes you feel good. Music is good for the soul. Music is good for the spirit. You can have it privately. You can enjoy it in your own self way for self-healing, self-love. And then what better way than to be in a massive festival or be in a venue, or be at a party or whatever it might be. Music brings us together. It's an absolutely glorious part of life, and that's what keeps the vitality going, for sure.
And 50 heavy metal years.
It's remarkable. What can you say? You live your life day by day because, again, blessings from the Lord. I'm still sober, clean sober. At 36, 38 years, who's counting? You live your life one day at a time. You embrace the moment. You live in the moment, Yeah. Tomorrow hasn't happened. Yesterday's gone. You live in the now. Yeah. This is what's so important. And you add all that up together, and you got 50 years in heavy metal.
Did you always know you wanted to do this, be a musician?
When I was a little kid, maybe 7 or 8 years of age, my school, they were putting a school choir together. And there was a class of about 20 kids. And the school teacher, the music teacher, she got each one of us to come to the front of the class and sing a song. So I sing this song. And when I finish, some of the kids in the class give me a little round of applause. And kids love attention, right? Kids love attention. The school music teacher, she said, "Can you do that again?" So I sang it again. And then she said, "Come with me." She took me to a class next door and made me sing the song a cappella, because you always do what the teacher tells you to do. Sing the song a cappella in front of the class. And that has resonated for me. It's like a touchstone. I had no idea where that was going to go, but it was like a little fire in the heart starting in this little kid, and I've never forgot that moment. I always think that was the first blessing I had that made me realize that this gift of the voice has got something to do. It's got something to do because music, again, does beautiful, powerful things for each of us. And so that's where that journey began for me, even before I became a musician. But it's such an important part of my metal memories that I never forget it.
Were your parents supportive of your music career?
Yes. My mom always used to say to me, it's a simple mantra, if you're happy, I'm happy. Isn't that great?
Beautiful.
Your mom and your dad live within you when they go to the next place up there, and you draw upon their memories. You draw upon some of the things that they said to you as a young person, and you use them in your adult life. I couldn't have had the best parents.
They did good. What inspires you as an artist?
Everything and everybody. The world is art. I feed up the energy of a city life. I feed up the energy of the calmness of the countryside. They're all beautiful messages. You have to learn how to kind of tap into them because we live at such a fast pace. There are messages waiting for us everywhere. We just have to kind of take a breath and try and relax and think and take the messages in. So my inspiration can come from anything and anywhere, watching a movie on Netflix, or listening to some other kind of music, talking with a friend, looking at something on the news, reading something on the internet. For musicians, the inspiration is endless. It's just a kaleidoscope again of possibilities.
What's your favorite song to play live?
I always pick this incredible track from the second album this band ever made, Sad Wings of Destiny. Sad Wings of Destiny was our second release. And we have a song called Victim of Changes.
Takes another drink or two. Things look better when she's through.
And I love that song simply because of the music. I could care less about what I'm doing. I just love the way the instrumentation of that particular song takes you to all of these different places in metal, in classic heavy metal. Priest is a classic heavy metal band. So that for me, as much as there are many more, I always focus on that because that was an early track, but it's still survived and we still play it live. And it's absolutely glorious how a song in 1975, 76 can make such a strong connection in 2024. That's the power of music. Music is timeless. It's timeless, you know, whether we listen to the Beatles, to Elvis, to Dolly, it's timeless.
And how is Richie doing?
He's doing great. Hey, we're going to go back to that particular festival where he had the unfortunate incident, the Louder Than Life Festival in Kentucky. We're going to be going back there, I think, in September. Wow, you know, less than 3% of people are able to pull through that particular heart malfunction. A torn aorta for a lot of people can mean the end.
Yes.
But here we are again. The timing sequence of events plays a very crucial part here for Richie, from when his aorta tore to getting him into surgery for almost 13 hours of surgery. It's a miracle. His time, you know that phrase, your time's not up? His time most definitely was not up. It's an absolute miracle.
It is.
And here he is on stage every night playing the guitar like the great guitar player, musician that he is, better than ever.
Your voice, how do you keep it in shape?
Stay hydrated. I'm constantly slugging water. It's repair because the voice is a set of muscles. You work out too much, you need to repair your muscles and rest and recoup. So that's what I do. I very rarely talk between shows, which is difficult for me because I love to talk. I love to meet people, I love to talk to people, but I do need to rest. I have to take it easy. And so lots of hydration. I do things during the show. When you see me wander off behind the drapes to do my quick share costume change, I'm also slugging boiling hot throat coat with honey and ginger. Little tricks like that help me get through the show. And it's also an instrument. You learn how to get the best performance out of the instrument. And again, I'm blessed and lucky that I'm able to still deliver the goods all these years later. Yeah.
It's better and better. What's one thing you never travel without?
I have to have, again, my music's with me all the time. This phone is just full of stuff. I have to have my music is like, I say I drink a lot of water. My music is my water. I turn on music first thing in the morning when I wake up. It gets me motivated, you know.
What do you listen to?
So, as I've moved on in life, I like to start the day with classical music. I tune into my local station back in Phoenix, K-Bar from the ASU campus. I play beautiful classical music. So that's the way I start my day, and they progressively gets more energized. And as I go on stage, I listen to my good friend, the late great Ronnie James Dio, who constantly inspires me with his vocal expertise.
You've influenced so many musicians. Who have influenced you?
Well, Ronnie's one, as I've said. You know, I'm going to probably use a lot of singers here. My friend Robert Plant, my friend Roger Daltrey, my friend Ian Gillan, who has a new album out right now, incredible. And then some of my lady friends like Lizzie Hale and Mariah from In This Moment and Dolly, love my Dolly. Who knew that the metal god was going to sing with Dolly Parton at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Is that amazing or what? Streisand, I'm a gay, so I have to have my Barbara. So there's a few, you know, all of them. Willie Nelson, love Willie's voice. Elvis, love Elvis's voice. Sinatra, love Sinatra's voice. You know, everybody and everywhere. Singers are just very extraordinary people in the way that this is the instrument, you know. We don't pick up sticks or play keyboards or hold guitars. The instrument is within us. So when we perform, it's coming from a very, very special place.
Do you think people looked at you differently or looked at you different as a musician when you came out?
I think there was a lot of people that were shocked. It was pretty remarkable. 1991, I think it was, or something. Can't remember the exact date. It was an MTV in New York, and I go, speaking as a gay man, blah, blah, blah. And the producer's clipboard hits the floor.
I think that most people know that I've been a gay man all of my life, and that it's only been in recent times that it's an issue that I feel comfortable to address.
I'm glad I did it in that way. It wasn't a kind of a pre-planned idea. I was just speaking from the heart like I always do. The greatest thing that came back to me was, we don't care. We love Rob, we love Priest, we love your voice, we love the songs, we love the band, we love the shows. That's all that matters to me. And I suppose because a lot of us, a lot of gay people, even now, particularly young people, you wouldn't think this, but this fear of rejection, people are not going to love me anymore, you know, from within the family, my school friends, my workers at work. Still a lot of that going on, nowhere near as much as it was when I was a young person growing up. I urge people, as and when they feel right and feel the strength and the power and the support that they need, that surrounds and loves you, to step out and just say, hey, this is who I am, you know, this is who I am, there I am, you know. It's as simple as that, but it's very, very profound. Love is all you need at the end of the day, and love and acceptance for everybody, regardless of their sexuality, regardless of the color of their skin, their religious beliefs, whatever, what they eat, what they don't eat, how they look. It's wisdom. At this point in my life, I should know. I think I should know what I'm doing. You absorb life, you take everything in, and you try and find balance and harmony.
What else do you want to tell us that we didn't cover? Anything else?
We've been to a lot of places. It's been great. I've really, really enjoyed this chat. So thank you for the opportunity. I've had a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Been my pleasure. Look after yourself. I hope we meet again in person sometime. Thank you so much.
To hear more of this interview, visit our podcast, Life Minute TV, on iTunes and all streaming podcast platforms.